All right. Says I'm live. As usual, I'll check to see. Double check it. All right. I am live. What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome everyone to Impact Wrestling Review, the show from May 24th, 2018, from last week. Now, this will be the go home show for this week's coming up free pay-per-view TV on quality for Impact Wrestling called Impact Under Pressure 2018. And let's not waste any time. Let's talk about this show. Apologize by the way for a late start. I was going to start this like an hour ago, I believe. But I lost track of time. I was doing something over here. But yeah, but enough wasting time. Let's get right into it. It will feature your commentators, Josh Matthews, and no, not flying solo this time because we got the return of Don Collins this time. Thank God, because if I had to hear Josh Matthews again by himself for the next 2 hours of Impact, which probably I didn't watch Impact Wrestling at the time. Only watched one half of it because I was at work. Basically, I was coming home from work, and that's why I catch the second hour of Impact Wrestling. So the first hour I missed of Impact Wrestling, I had to wait until later on to watch it online. And I did. But the point is, there was no Josh. I mean, there was no 2 hour commentary of Josh Matthews this time because it was just Josh Matthews and the return of Don Collins. Now, either way, we still have Josh Matthews on the commentary, which sucks. I mean, like seriously, can we please have a segment where Josh Matthews is getting his ass kicked too, so that we won't have to hear him talk on commentary anymore? I mean, if they could do that to the Pope, if they could do that to Don Collins, and I can't remember who else they did with too. I can't remember if they actually tried to do it during Borash because during Borash and Josh Matthews were at one point on commentary as well. Um, I don't think they ever done that part yet, but can we get a part where we get Josh Matthews get his ass kicked this time, so we won't hear him on commentary anymore, so we can hear Don Collins calling the shows this time? Can we get that from now on? Because I'm sick and tired of hearing Josh Matthews. I don't care if he is with someone on commentary. He's fucking trash. But with that being said, let's just move on. So we get OVE, Dave and Jay Crest being covered by Sammy Callahan versus Aerostar and Drago from Lucha Underground. Having the match itself was kind of alright. I mean, there was some cool spots between Aerostar and Drago when it comes to high flying. But then also in the match, itself started getting a little sloppy, and like, wow, this match is ended up becoming a little train wreck and all that. At one point, Sammy Collins got involved, and also when we go backstage, someone arriving in the parking lot to get into the building. It was Eddie Edwards, and he wasn't alone. He also has his wife with him. His wife's trying to calm him down, and Eddie Edwards like telling her to stay back and everything. So basically, he had a candlestick. Basically, he gets into the building, and Alicia's following him. She's trying to maintain control of Eddie Edwards here. So Eddie Edwards gets to the impact zone, goes after OVE with the candlestick. Sammy Callahan sees it, goes after Eddie Edwards with the baseball bat, but misses as Sammy Callahan gets hit with the candlestick. Yeah, Sammy Callahan gets hit with the candlestick by Eddie Edwards. So basically, the match was called by disqualification for OVE to win because OVE were attacked by Eddie Edwards with the candlestick. So yeah, basically Elstar and Drago's match got cost by Eddie Edwards. Eddie Edwards once again tried to kill Sammy Callahan, tried to basically again to attempt murder on Sammy Callahan by choking him out with a candlestick. And Alyssa Edwards is outside the ring, telling him to stop and everything. It's over and all that. Referees are in there stopping him and all that, trying to get him off him because security's coming out there. Eddie Edwards was stopped by security. Security's pulling him back and everything. And sure enough, Eddie Edwards swings at the security with a candlestick at one of them. One of them falls down, and then the other three securities were just standing there. as A-Wars is keep clocking them. Bam, bam, bam. And I see myself, well, wait a minute. If I was in that position of being security where I'm being told you gotta stop Eddie Edwards for doing this to Sammy Callahan, and I got 3 other securities with me to back me up here. So once I see Eddie Edwards hit with one of my security buddies with a candlestick, yeah, I'm just gonna stand there and allow him to hit me with that too. No, fuck that. I'll charge him down with the candlestick, try to take it away from him and all that to make sure he doesn't hit any of us with the candlestick either. No, so the way they did it was so stupid. So four securities back finally holding back Eddie Edwards off of Sammy Callahan. The referees trying to get Sammy Callahan out of there. He's knocked out. He's unconscious. And Eddie Edwards just decides to swing at the candlestick to the securities. Bam. And the rest of them are just standing there. Like yeah. I want to get hit with the next. Bam, bam, bam. Like what? What? What the fuck? Now again, they're supposed to be they're wrestlers, obviously. Obviously, they're not real securities. They're wrestlers. But what the fuck, man? No, I ain't gonna. I'm not gonna stand there and allow Edwards to hit me with a candlestick. I'm gonna duck from it or whatever, or try to to take him down to make sure he doesn't hit me with a candlestick. Now whatever, whatever. After the whole thing was just stupid. That these four securities, these four securities just standing there, allowing Edwards to hit them with the candlestick. I thought it was so dumb. But sure enough, it wasn't over yet. So Edwards was backstage with his wife Alicia Edwards, and they're arguing. And Alicia Edwards it's over there. It should have been over. And then Edwards it's like it's never going to be over until I say it's over. And then Alicia's like, you're acting like Sammy Callahan. You're becoming him and everything. And then Edwards was like, I'm not like him. I'm not becoming him. And then Edwards was like, he wants another shot against Sammy Callahan. This time, no referees, no ring ropes. Basically, he wants to do something when it comes to yeah, it's gonna lead to another match, obviously. Now it's gonna be on Impact Wrestling. I don't know, because keep in mind the storyline is that Impact Management does not want this thing between Eddie Edwards and Sammy Callahan happen in the Impact Zone. So what are they gonna do with this now? Are they gonna be in Japan doing this, and or maybe in Lucha Underground? Maybe I don't know. I'm assuming that's what the part will do. But here's the thing: Lucha Underground is not back yet. So maybe back at House of Hardcore, which probably Tom Dreamer probably doesn't want no part of that. Doesn't want no part of that since Eddie Edwards is unstable and everything. But we'll see what happens with that. Let's see where they go with this. I'm actually intrigued with this. So all right, just making sure everything's all good. Back to this. So we get to the Cole Lee, Trevor Lee, and Caleb Conley versus LEX, Ortiz and Santana. This match itself was pretty decent, and then also in the match got a little sloppy too. Like wow, I'm like what's going on? What's going on this show? What comes to that? But sure enough, the Cole Lee ends up winning the match by cheating, basically. So yeah, LAX once again keeps falling apart, losing matches from left to right, and they're basically in the slump. They're not having a lead luck on their side. There's no Conan with them. There's no Homicide with them. There's no Diamantes with them. They're not the tag team champions anymore. They're losing everything. They're losing money. They're a wreck. So we'll get to more of them later though. Let's get to an interview by Mackenzie Mitchell interviewing Jimmy Jacobs about what comes to facing basically what comes to Kongo Kong facing the Moose, which is the main event match. So yeah, there you go. And we'll get to that main event match later. We go backstage where we see KM and Falaba. Let's talk about how Falaba can get a lady with his looks and everything. And then they bump into Grado and Calatrina about how KM saying is someone like Grado who's a fat slob, whatever, can get a hot woman like her like Katarina, then Falaba can get one too. Well, hopefully they'll do that with Falaba with someone else instead of of who I think they're going to have plan on doing that with, and that's Kiera Hogan. Move away from Kiera Hogan and do it with someone else, because I don't want Kiera Hogan anywhere near Falaba. Kiera Hogan deserves better than being in a dating storyline or whatever they plan on doing with Falaba when it comes to him having a girl. But anyways, but that was that. And by the way, why the fuck is Katarina is I mean Katarina is still with Grado? I mean, last I checked, didn't she left Grado for dead with the monster on Kongo Kong? Did we forget that? And now she's back with him. What? Who's writing this shit? Oh, unbelievable. Then we move on to Mackenzie Mitchell interviewing Madison Rain. Madison Rain about how she's back. She's not back to wrestle and everything. She's back to be on commentary. Bullshit. But then Tessa Blanchard walks in to break up the whole interview, saying how dare you and all that for getting involved in my business and everything, and now you're gonna pay for it, for this week's Impact Wrestling, which is gonna be Impact Under Pressure. And Madison Ray looks like she didn't care after the segment was over, which tells you right there that Madison Ray was there to just to put over Tessa Blanchard for the match this Thursday. So whatever. Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure it'll be a good match though, but we'll see. Then we get to another interview backstage with Mackenzie Mitchell interviewing the NXT, the Impact World Tag Team Champions, ZNE, which is DJZ, and Andrew Everett, if I get the words out. They basically talk about how they bust the ass about getting to where they're at right now, and and rightfully so. These two guys are very talented, and they do deserve better. And being tag team champions is one of those things that are better, because let's keep in mind, Andrew Everett hasn't been done nothing on Impact Wrestling ever since Shane Helms is gone, and the whole thing with Impact Wrestling moving to a new direction, all that. Andrew Everett has been floundering somewhere until finally decided to do something with him finally, because he looked like he was a lost child and didn't know where to be in this company, until finally he's found that groove with DJZ as a tag team when it comes to a tag team name and becoming tag team champions. So he's in a good place now. So then also we get Eli Drake and Scott Steiner interrupting that interview, and anything with Scott Steiner in there is always entertaining. So Scott Steiner is talking about how you guys we're going to beat your asses, we're going to get those tag belts back. And Eli Drake's like we'll worry about that some other time and all that. And then Scott Steiner and Eli Drake starts arguing and all that. The tag team champion starts leaving. Eli Drake and Scott Steiner still arguing. Mackenzie Mitchell leaves. Scott Steiner and Eli Drake still arguing. Scott Steiner leaves. Eli Drake's arguing while he's walking away, and then Eli Drake leaves. It was entertaining. I loved it. I enjoyed it. It was funny. It was funny. It was worth watching. Scott, and like I said, anything with Scott Steiner involved is always going to be entertaining, because you never know what he's going to say or what's he going to do, because he's a loose cannon. But not like how Brian Pillman is, with Brian Pillman being a loose cannon. I mean, Scott Steiner used to be that type of loose cannon before in his days in WCW, which it was scary at that time too, by the way, especially how he cuts a promo too and all. But he's nowhere near like how Brian Pillman was when it comes to being the loose cannon. But whatever. But yeah, there you go. Tomorrow wrestling for hour number 1, 2 matches. Now let's get to hour number 2. We get the Impact X Division champion Matt Sydal versus El Hijo del Fantasma for the X Division championship. Match itself was pretty good, back and forth action between the two. Also have some very cool high flying spots between the two. Now Fantasma went to go for his arrow from the depths of hell. From the depths of hell to Matt Sydal, but instead he went for a baseball slide instead, because he didn't trust Matt Sydal like the last time, because Matt Sydal didn't fit into it, where it could have led to Fantasma almost busting his face open. even though he's wearing the mask, but it still would have been a nasty spill for Phantasma if that would have happened again. But luckily, he didn't do it this time. I mean, it was really needed because Phantasma will do anything it will take to be champion for Impact Wrestling, and but the problem is he was dealing with Matt Sydal, who like I said last time, he was in match with Matt Sydal. He almost got hurt. Yeah. But in the end, we got Matt Sydal winning with the some kind of move the form up with a by power him by pound driving him down some type of driver and pinning him, pulling him up and all that, and gets the win. I said, wait a minute, what? That was it. And basically, Josh Matthews on commentary says, his new move. And like, wait, what new move? And like, wait, no, that's not gonna be his new. That's not gonna finish it. And then sure enough, it was finished. And like, what? Are you kidding me? Like, what? What? Unbelievable, unbelievable. But it was still a good match still. But I just didn't agree to the finish of the match. To me, that came out of nowhere. But yeah, no, whatever. It is what it is, right? Let's get to a backstage segment where we LAX at the clubhouse. They're upset that they lost another match, and then also we get the return of Eddie Kingston, who was released, or should I say he asked for his release, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, last year. We was part of Impact Wrestling, and now he's back. He's back a year later. Okay, this is good. Eddie Kingston. He's Puerto Rican, so this means he's gonna be part of LAX here. And basically talks about how Conan is fine because Santana and Ortiz was telling Eddie Kingston what happened to Conan. Where was he? What happened with him? He's like, all right, he's fine. Conan's fine. Homicide's fine. And everything. And I said, wait a minute. So that's all we got. Conan is just fine. They didn't. So we're not going to get any conclusion or anything explained about what happened with him, why he no show, why he didn't show up and everything, why he's been missing this entire time. No, it's just that no, we're just gonna forget about that and just say yeah, he's fine. Like no, last we heard he was attacked by someone where he couldn't show up to redemption for help to help LAX to retain the tag titles against Eli Drake and Scott Steiner. What the fuck? Are we moving away from that storyline now? Are we moving away from that storyline now? Are you like? But whatever. But anyways, the point is about this one is that Eddie Kingston is there to help out LEX to get them back on track, to get the win ways back, to get some money back, and I guess to get the bills back too. So yeah, basically LEX needs to get back to awesome. Okay. All right. Next we get to Desmond Xavier versus PD Williams. Good match between the two. And then the end, you got Desmond Xavier going for his double leg Pele kick finishing move, which he only used only one kick of it though. One foot of it. One foot of it, I meant to say, and gets the win over P.D. Williams. So, yeah, Desmond Xavier got some win there. Now, what does this mean for Desmond Xavier? What comes to this win? I don't know yet, but based on what he's going to be doing this Thursday, I'll get to that when I do the preview. For Impact Under Pressure. Let's get to a video vignette of Ali. She's talking about her match with Su Young that she's gonna have next week. Well, actually, this week I meant to say because this show was last week. So, basically about how Ali wants to is going back to Su Young after what happened with the whole debacle of Rosemary being killed, burned alive, buried, put to rest, sent straight down to hell. I'm just saying. But anyway, so Ali is back there and all that. She's wearing Rosemary's face paint and the hoodie of Rosemary. So basically, we're getting Ali and channeling her demon. So instead of having Ali to be a demon bunny, where basically the way I would picture of Ali to be the demon bunny is to basically have the face paint of Rosemary, like they just show, and also have a face paint of basically half of her face to be like the Rosemary face paint, and then the other half You have a face paint of a bunny, and you can have her ears, bunny ears. What comes to her doing her entrance and everything, or or you could have the hoodie have the bunny ears too. Since some hoodies you can have ears. What comes to some type of animals things that I've been seeing everywhere now. Um uh Whatever. Even on headphones too. By the way, when it comes to listening to music, believe me, folks, there is something that there is such thing as that out there. You can look it up. If you haven't seen yet, that means you have not been outside of your own home, and you've been living under a rock. You basically been living under a rock the entire time. I don't agree to that type of style, but but for those that wear that type of style, more power to you. But anyways, that was what I was expecting for Ali. But instead, we're going to get Ali just looking like Rosemary. That's it, and we'll see how that transpired for this coming week. Main event time: Moose versus Kongo Kong, but no Jimmy Jacobs. So Kongo Kong comes out. Well, first Moose comes out first. Who's Mr. Impact Wrestling. I still understand why he ends up becoming Mr. Impact Wrestling. I still don't get it. But Kongo Kong comes out. And also, he's looking around to see where's Jimmy Jacobs. And I see myself, wait a minute, yeah, Jimmy Jacobs was shown earlier with Kongo Kong. Where is he? What the hell is he? So we'll get to that momentarily. But we get Moose versus Kongo Kong. I thought it was pretty decent, the match. And in the end, Kongo Kong struck up for the diving splash off the top rope onto Moose. Moose gets out of the way. I can't remember how Moose beat him. Kongo Kong. I don't remember how he did it. I don't know if it was with the spear or the game changer or whatever. I don't know. I don't remember how he did it, but yeah, he beat Kongo Kong. I asked myself, wait a minute, what? Like what? But you just built Kongo Kong to be a legit monster on Impact Wrestling. You haven't beat Joseph Park. You haven't beat Abyss. You haven't beat his cousin, Chandler Park. With by the way, I understand what happened with him. You haven't basically destroyed Johnny Moon. Johnny Impact. Basically only haven't destroyed Grado. You haven't beating other guys too. I'm trying to remember who else he beaten. Kongo Kong. With Jimmy Jacobs alongside with him. What the fuck? What? Because Jimmy Jacobs was out there with Kongo Kong, that means he has to lose. And this doesn't make me hate Moose. By the way, I like Moose. Some people may not like Moose, and I know a few that don't like Moose from the Asylum, because of his push and everything. Um, but I like Moose. But what the fuck? Like really, Kongo Kong has to lose after everything you've done for Kongo Kong, build him up like to be the new monster, and it just threw it all away, just like that. Holy shit! What the fuck? Now I don't know what what this means for Kongo Kong, because after the match we see Jimmy Jacobs laid out backstage, and we see the mysterious red X symbol on Jimmy Jacobs, like what happened before with these other people that get attacked backstage, like a couple of staff members and Joseph Park, and now Jimmy Jacobs is now one of those victims. And by the way, there was a storyline about Jimmy Jacobs was involved in that. Well, that's proof that's just proof right there that Jimmy Jacobs had nothing to do with it, because he ends up being one of those victims too. Um, so yeah, about it, and before this whole thing happened with Jimmy Jacobs, they show something about, basically they show the X symbol basically. And then that's when it showed Jimmy Jacobs and everything. And when they were playing the weird music and the weird voice play with the X logo and all that broadcast and everything. As I see myself, wow, they're going all in with this one. And I see myself, okay, so who is the attackers, or it's just an attacker? Is it one person, or is it more than one person? If it's more than one person, then they're the these groups are the X-Men of Impact Wrestling. Yeah, I said it. They're the X-Men of Impact Wrestling because of the X symbol. Now, who's responsible for this? I don't know. I do not know. But But well, whatever, right? Whatever. Not whatever. We'll find out. We'll find out soon enough. Hold on a second. My eyes were burning a little bit. Little tiny dust flying around. So, anyway, so that just happened again. Anyways, anyway, that was the show. Now let's get yeah, Tomar Wrestling for hour number 2, 3 matches. Tomar Wrestling overall for Impact Wrestling from May 24th, 2018, 5 matches. And my overall showing for the show. Now, when I first saw the show, which was only half out for the second hour, I saw the show. I gave it 4 out of 10. But because I saw the rest of the show, I said to myself, okay, this show was actually pretty good. So I'm gonna go 7 out of 10. And I'm done. I'm done. Before I go, see if anything else happens here. Okay, nothing else. Okay, so thank you all for watching. I'll wrap up from here. If this is your first time watching, my name is Robert Serrano Jr. No shot class again when it comes to taking a shot with the Natural Born Driller, but still subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. If you didn't enjoy this video, give it a dislike. The choice is yours and yours alone. And by being said, folks, I'm done. And when it comes to Raw reviews, basically when it comes to the Raw review, I'll get that all done eventually this week. And same thing with SmackDown and 205 Live review. Um, hopefully at before or after work, we'll see. Only time will tell. But yeah, but be on the lookout for that one. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all soon. But for now, peace on the streets.